Alrighty, so not giving leftovers to communities in Arizona. I feel like that's a big issue in Arizona. Um, Generally in Phoenix, as I'm in Phoenix right now. So today we're going to talk about the community needs, the results of it, influential factors, strategies, and assumptions, and then the whole summary after it. So community needs. I feel you need to do stop the hunger. There's a lot of homeless that I've seen everywhere I go. I'm always in downtown, so it just everywhere I go, I see homeless or people needing food. And plus, it'll help the community just all around, um, going through everything. And plus, also, you don't waste food. Now, from wasting food, there's always that pros and cons to it. Um, so I feel like if we don't waste food, we can give it to others that need it and need help, and obviously this will create more jobs. So transporting food, getting the food, serving it, just to all the half homes or help the foster homes and shelters all around here, or even churches too. I know there's a church down right here on Van Buren that I don't go to it or anything, but I think they might need help. Any help can help. Anybody needs help. It's more than welcome. And so yeah, it's overall the community needs helping the homeless, more jobs, and just helping out everyone. So the result, I feel like no starvation just in the U.S. I mean, that's more generalized, but I mean, if we want to get more specific, it would be Phoenix that we're talking about. Um, so what it is, people will go around to restaurants and collect food. Mostly, it would be from um, hamburgers or not like anything too sweet or too bad for the people, because I feel that would be unhealthy and would be hazardous. Not hazardous, but just more on the unhealthy side. And I feel like maybe smoothies or like vegetables that are about to go bad or they can't use them yet or something like that. Just give it to the needy or the need and help out others. So just have trucks around that have that can transport the food from hot. If it needs to be warm, they have heaters in there. If it needs to be cold or frozen, just have a refrigerator in there or something. Scheduling, I would say, just from everything from just planning out from Monday through Friday, or even on the weekends only, just having that, and then just management, making sure you have the right people and the right people in the right place to do all this stuff to help out. So yeah, influential factors. I would say health codes. Health codes would be more um, policies, I guess you could say. Um, there's a lot of people that there's a lot of health codes actually, I should say, because who's going to be responsible for it? Would it be the restaurants or the shelter? So I feel like that's an influential factor that needs to be settled. I personally think if it's going to be a health code, I say it needs to be food that's long lasting and it can be recooked. So like hamburgers or um, ground beef kind of thing, not just like Chinese food that's already been cooked. Because I feel like you can't recook it; it won't taste the same. It loses its flavor. So I would say like vegetables or just mostly burgers if you want to go there, and maybe some sort of meat or maybe tacos or something like that, or chips. Anything will help. I feel contracts are needed in this, so just to make sure people know and both sides are agreed with everything they are doing, and making sure they just are on the right track and who gets what and how much portion do they get. And another thing too, it goes back to scheduling. So see um, how things will be structured, how management would be. So it all relies on that. Now, reliability, it's all on who's in the contract, whose fault is it. And so there's a lot of little risks in the process, but I think it's possible. So the strategies is to promote. I know Phoenix has a lot of events in the newspaper that go around, pass around to people, just get everything done. Sponsorships, transportation, Management, budget. You can go into people, just having everything right, making sure it's the right amount of food. Obviously, you're saving food and not wasting a lot of food and just going into the garbage or um, unprocessed food that you can't reuse. So maybe start off small, like with like maybe 5 or 10 restaurants, and then like 2 community places or shelters, and then just go from there, and then start going big and see where it goes. And then not but not least, Inception. So they already want to give the homeless leftovers. Yeah, they do, but it's not really um, eager. It's not the right word, but just more. Um, I can't think of the word. Just more. Just not out there no more. It's not like out there showing people that they want to do this. Allergens, I would say, make sure if on the contract that the shelters make sure they have everything paperwork down from people saying what they're allergic to, so they don't get the right food. They make sure they get the right food actually, and they don't get allergic from it. Government, I feel like the government doesn't really have to fund this. I think we can get enough sponsorships where we can promote it, or people can help us. Maybe the government will help more of the shelter side just to make sure. But I feel like the government wouldn't be a problem with this, and they wouldn't be a part of it. And so that ends the conclusion of this. So yeah, the everything from the community needs, desired results, influential factors, strategies, and assumptions. I hope this goes through not just in Phoenix, Arizona, but all around the world, and maybe start a new era.